And welcome back, guys, to episode 47 of Talkin ATL Hawks. I am with the usual crew, Andrew Jefferson, Chase Jefferson, and myself. This is episode 47, guys. How are we feeling?
You
Well,
know
first
what,
of
Joiner?
all, I was going to say, but I think before we hop into anything, I think the first thing we have to do,
Here it comes.
by the time y'all see this episode, which will be around Thursday, Friday, joiners. What we're recording this on Sunday. John's birthday is tomorrow, which would be Monday. So let's give everybody a happy birthday to our man John Joyner.
Thank
We
you,
got to
guys. I appreciate it.
start this podcast the right way.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And so as usual, so since it is Sunday, we are recording this during Sunday Night Football. This is Packers Cowboys, and as we mentioned a few weeks back, I'm a huge Packers fan. Andrew's got the. We might get.
Oh, we just got banned. I'm about to
We might
censor
get
that.
banned for that,
Way to go, Andrew.
We'll find a way to censor that. We will find a way to censor that.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
I'm a huge Packers fan, and a month ago, Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers from the Dallas Cowboys. They're playing right now. So I am multitasking, watching this game and doing this podcast.
W.
So
I'm already at peace. I'm already at peace because my Atlanta Falcons took care of business.
Our Atlanta Falcons.
Our Atlanta
yeah,
Falcons
y'all's Atlanta
took
Falcons.
care of business against the Washington Commanders earlier today. Now, the Commanders may have been without Jane Daniels and Terry McLaurin, but listen, I don't care about all that. All I care about is that we rebounded from that horrible 30-0 loss against Carolina. Our offense looked so efficient. I mean, everybody was eating. Penix was eating. London was eating. Bijan was eating. Algier was eating. I mean, it was great. And then, it was just fantastic showing off, and we had no missed field goals. And you know what made that win possible, everybody? That Trey Young got the crowd rallied up by pulling the little Falcon horn at the start of the game. So I just want
to. That is Hawks related.
We talked about it. We talked about last episode how Patrick Beverly was blaming Trey Young for that 30-0 loss against Carolina, or the fact that Trey Young was in a game day post last week before the Falcons played Carolina, and Patrick Beverly, during all the beef, decided to instigate and be like, "Oh, looks like the Falcons and Trey Young have something in common." Well, you know what, Mike? You know what, Patrick Beverly? Trey Young was actually there. He was actually present in this game, and guess what happened?
Well,
we took home that W, and we had 0 missed field goal. So what does that say about you, Patrick?
Pat Beverly is not tweeting anything about Trey Young.
Yeah,
he's not tweeting. I think Pat Beverly is taking his L like a man, and like saying, hey, I've lost this internet beef that he started. But yeah. So, anyways, getting back into basketball. Yep. As y'all know, we like to start this out with a little bit of a start bench cut. And since tomorrow is my birthday, fellas, we've been good friends, I'd say, for about 2 to 3 years now.
Yeah.
We've gone to exactly 3 Hawks events together.
Okay. Yeah, we have.
3, so that's going to incorporate into my start bench cut.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So I want y'all so I'm going to go last. I'm going to go last for my start bench cut. Because I am praying that y'all, I am praying that we I'm on the exact same list, but I want to start bench cut the 3 Hawks events that we've been to together, which is the Hawks Raptors game, the 2024 NBA draft party, and the 2025 NBA draft party that we went to. Dude. So that's what I want. That's the start bench cut.
I got
the Hawks Raptors game. The 2024 draft party and the 2025 draft party.
I think me and Chase are in sync right now. I think we're probably going to have the exact same list, probably for the exact
And I'm really hoping that we all have the same list, but I'm leaving it up to y'all.
But I am going to say this. For
Andrew,
the record,
Andrew, why don't you go first since Chase looks like he's doing something right now?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
dude, no problem.
I'm sorry, y'all. If it looks like I'm a little distracted, I'm trying to get the Sunday Night Football game put up on my computer, but it is bugging like crazy right now.
Oh, that's
It's all
right.
good, dude. I mean, because I was multitasking doing homework a few weeks ago. I don't blame me one bit. So,
Don't worry, y'all. I'm
yeah.
totally locked in there. Don't joke.
Mr. Andrew Jefferson, why don't you start off?
Dude, listen, I just want to throw this out for the record that there's one thing that all three of those events have in common.
We were
And
there.
that every single one of those events
Yes, we were there.
started at one of the finest dining places you can ever
Oh, yes.
put your hands
Yes.
on.
We love the
Yes.
Teds. We love
Listen,
Teds.
if Ted
Hey,
wants
yeah.
to sponsor us sometime down the road, by all means, reach out. We listen. We would
That is a Talkin
absolutely
ATL
love.
Hawks tradition. We always go to
Dude.
Teds for any Hawks event.
And you know
What
what?
a
I think,
sponsorship that
draft
would be.
party.
dude.
Any type of Hawks event, we will go to Teds before.
And you know what? I think we're gonna probably keep that going every time we go to Hawks, because why not? It's the perfect way to start an
Fanfest
event.
in 2 weeks, I think. No.
Yeah.
Just a little over or under 2 weeks. I can't do math right now. Because I also did go out to dinner, start with some friends. I'm a little bit. I did have a few adult beverages, so I am a little bit intoxicated.
Hey, that's what you do on your birthday. That's what you do the day before your
Exactly.
birthday. No, no one's blaming you. You know what? It's fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, to get to my listing, I just wanted to throw that out that all three of these events did share that one beautiful thing in common.
Yes.
So starting with my cuts. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut the actual Atlanta Hawks game that we went to against the Toronto Raptors for two reasons. The main reason being, the reason why that is definitely getting cut is because we had to sit there and watch our beloved Jalen Johnson suffer his season-ending injury, which completely derailed the Hawks' chances at finishing a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. And it was a hard watch. I mean, it was a brutal shoulder injury. We knew it was serious the way that he was holding his shoulder and screaming. Like you could hear the screaming from around.
He ran back to the locker room too. He ran back.
Oh yeah, and that stadium just went quiet because I think everybody in attendance kind of knew that this was not going to be good, and everybody was just on pins and needles, awaiting for their notification to pop up on their phone as to whether or not Jalen Johnson is okay or not. And the fact that we lost a brutal heartbreaker to Toronto did not make that game any more enlightened. I mean, we were already down about Jalen Johnson.
I will never forget that inbound.
We saw the worst drawn up inbound play, like final shot attempt in Hawks history. I don't know who drew that play up, but
it should never go. It should never go to Onyeka Okongwu at the top of the key, firing up a prayer.
Mind you, we had like 2 seconds left. And the moment we gave it to Okongwu, he was instantly swarmed and had to throw up a prayer from like the timeline.
And we also called a timeout beforehand. Like we called a timeout before the inbound.
Oh, we talked this through.
And I don't know if it was miscommunication. I don't know if the Raptors had us figured out, but something did not correlate from the bench to the court.
I think the Raptors had us figured out.
I would pull it up. Yeah, I think the Raptors knew that the idea was to do what we usually do, give it to Okongwu, not at the top of the key. We've never done that before. But then I think we were supposed to instantly give it to Trae Young and let him take the final shot. But the thing is, the Raptors swarmed Okongwu as soon as he got the ball, and he didn't have time to find Trae Young and give it to him, which forced up a miracle shot. And I would pull it up for y'all to see. But last time we did that, we got a copyright strike.
Yeah, we've already done that. We did that.
We broke it down.
I think it was the episode after we went to that Hawks game.
Yeah, we broke it down for y'all.
Yeah, so y'all just have to go back to watch it if you want to know how we really feel. Benching, I'm gonna have to bench the most recent event that we went to. Now this was tough, but I have my reasons. The last draft party we went to, which was this year's draft party, obviously not as big as a gathering as the first one we went to because the Hawks didn't have the number one overall pick, but it was still a very highly anticipated draft class. So they were still a good crowd. And I mean, look, the whole night was just perfect. The seating that we got was perfect. We just kicked back, relaxed. We had a little betting going on with who was going to get which pick right between the little draft boards or the mock drafts that we've done throughout the last previous episodes. And then we had that random dude take the hardest flick human man has ever laid eyes on, just out of nowhere, free of charge. It just randomly happened.
He made the Hawks Shop Instagram page.
Exactly.
We did.
And we got no. Yeah, Cowboys score, Jordan. I know. No, I try to distract myself.
Jacob has a knee injury.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I couldn't get the game to pull up on my computer, so I have no idea what's going on. So
the chefs are tweeted.
I'm going based off y'all's reactions here.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways, we got the beautiful Hawks draft hats that Jordan is wearing on his head. But the only reason why I'm going to start the first draft party we went to is because it was my first ever draft party that I've been to in State Farm Arena. And it's also the first time in years that the Hawks have won the lottery and got the number 1 overall pick. And, I mean, the whole atmosphere in that stadium during the number 1 pick, just the intensity of everybody just honing in, seeing who we were going to draft, of course, ended up being the Mr. Baguette from France, Zachary Richesay, who's already showing signs of being a future star in this league. And, I mean, it was cinematic. Everything about it was cinematic. We got to see Bob Rathbun go up there on stage, which he was there at the last draft show as well. But it was very fun. And, the State Farm Arena was featured on the ESPN's broadcast of the NBA draft. It had the whole crowd's reaction. And it was just a really cool event to be at. But that's my list. Chase, what you
got? It's the same exact list. And you're exactly right. You said you could tell from the get-go. We had the same wavelength. You're absolutely right, Andrew. Same exact list for really the same exact reasons. Raptors game, like you said, we had to sit there and watch Jane Johnson get out for the year. The Hawks lost a tough one. At that point of the season, it was like towards the later half of the season, we were about 3/4 of the way through. And the Hawks were sitting around the play-in spot. I think we were the 8th or 9th seed at the time, kind of just hanging on by a thread to a play-in spot. And this was the point of the season where we were playing the Raptors back-to-back. And this was the first game of the back-to-back against the Raptors. And we were talking about heading into this game how important it is to win this back-to-back because the Raptors, very beatable. Both of the Raptors games were at home. Since there's 2 straight home games against the Raptors, if we took those 2 games, it would kick us up a little bit in the Eastern Conference standings, give us a boost we needed to finish strong. Well, not only did we lose the game we went to, we lost the other one as well. So we got swept by the Raptors in that back-to-back. So it was just that whole weekend was just dreadful for Hawks basketball.
Another positive that we didn't take away from that game, though, is we got to see the debut of Dominic Barlow. Don't forget that.
That is true.
I didn't realize that.
I guess for me and Andrew at least appreciate this. Since us being big Florida State fans, that was our first time seeing Scotty Barnes in person. And, we remember the Scotty Barnes days at Florida State. So that was pretty cool for us to see.
Y'all never seen like a Raptors game in person like before?
No, that was our first time seeing the Raptors in person, and we've been to a couple of Florida State basketball games, not during the Scotty Barnes era. So that was pretty cool for us to see him in person. Obviously, we weren't rooting for him because he was on the Raptors, but and then like Angie said, the previous draft party I'm gonna have to bench, because though we had the 13th pick, but then we end up trading down with the New Orleans Pelicans, which gave us draft value in the future, and it allowed us to still get the pick we were seeking to get regardless. So it was just a mastermind decision by our front office. So that was really cool to watch that unfold. And then, of course, number 1 starting has to be last year's draft party where we got the number 1 pick, and we made the right decision in getting Zachary Richesay. And like Angie said, he flourished in his rookie season, especially the second half of the season. And, he played great. at this previous EuroLeague tournament. So just so much to be excited for about year 2, Zachary Rich should say.
Okay.
Do we have a clean sweep?
Unfortunately, we do not.
Oh,
And
all right.
I will tell you guys why. We do agree. We do agree on the cut. We're gonna cut the game.
Right.
But as I was telling y'all before we started recording, this is a little bit biased towards me.
Okay.
It being my birthday. Do y'all remember what I predicted during this past recent draft?
Oh, it was like the crazy pool between the Brooklyn Nets. It wasn't the Brooklyn Nets. It was the Sacramento Kings.
I predicted a Sacramento Kings
you did, right? On the mock trade, you did.
Yes. So I predicted
that
Sacramento would trade back into the first round and take someone, and they did. They took Nick Clifford out of Colorado State.
And I think not only did you guess the player they were going to get, I think you guessed it.
No. I don't think I guessed the player. I think I got the player wrong.
But you got the pick right.
But no. I just guessed the team. I just got the team.
That's Sacramento, yeah.
But that's not the only reason why. It's because, like Chase said, I've been to Hawks draft parties before. I went to the one in 2019 where we took Cam Reddish. The Zion Williamson draft.
Oh yeah.
That was my first ever. Hawks draft party because I think it was 3 to go into. I think during that time.
Yeah.
But also I know that I know that we had at the first overall pick in the draft prior. They kicked us out after the. They kicked us out after the 15th pick is when they kicked us out of that.
Too early in the draft.
Yeah, exactly, and exactly, and I just enjoy spending time with y'all and getting to talk basketball in general, whether it was the Hawks or going through each pick and giving our thoughts about each pick.
Dude, we were having a great time. We were vibing, man.
Yeah. Plus, like Andrew mentioned, we got that sick photo of us from that Hawks social media. He's gotta be part of their social media team or something.
Oh, he had to be. Yeah, for sure.
He seemed like a professional, man. That picture was crazy.
W man for airdropping it, for not making us pay for it or anything. He literally just said, "Hey, I took a picture of y'all. Let me airdrop it to y'all. No payment or anything." W guy, man.
Yeah. We made the social media team. We got to react to each pick and give our thoughts about it, non-Hogs biased.
Yeah.
We got to trade get a reaction to trading it back and seeing all those Hawks fans walk out after we selected Derek Queen.
Dude, because they had no idea that wasn't our pick.
Only real Hawks fans knew that wasn't our guy. He was going to New Orleans. And,
Dylan Matthews of 92.9 The Game literally had a walkout on stage with the mic and explained to the Hawks fans what happened because everybody started cheering when the Pelicans drafted Derek Queen.
But we knew.
Not just that.
We knew though.
But not just that.
We were fully aware of what was going on.
You guys know from all my mocks I've done who I wanted in that draft. And we got the guy I wanted, which is Asa Newell out of Georgia.
Yes.
That's who I wanted. So, honestly, going back, thinking back to the 2024 draft, there was a mixture of boos and cheers in the throughout the arena because not many people knew much about Zachary Reese and people wanted Alex Sark.
Yeah,
Alex Sark because he was the consensus #1 overall pick. That's who I wanted, honestly. But I mean, honestly, like once we knew that he didn't want to work out with us, and like Zachary was our guy. I mean, like
Yeah.
I love that Zachary. Don't get me wrong. I got his jersey, but like just like seeing the reaction throughout the arena, like I mean, like just the atmosphere for fear wasn't the best like that day. I mean, for me personally, just
Fair enough.
I mean, just based on my yeah, just based off that reaction. So
Fair
I mean,
enough.
that's my list. I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't agree, but it's fine.
We
It's
came close.
yeah, no,
The
it was fun.
the
Yeah,
reasons were valid. Reasons were
yeah,
It
valid.
was a tough
every
toss. It was a tough toss between the two draft parties. I got to be honest.
yeah. No, I mean, yeah, honestly, well, there's an easy case to start the 2024 draft. No one overall pick of first. Like you said, Andrew, first time we had it in years, or maybe ever, honestly. But probably
I
I think we had one like several years ago.
yeah.
I
I mean,
I think they
yeah.
said that was our second one in franchise history. I think
Yeah, I
so.
mean, yeah, exactly. Like second one in franchise history, we got a really good player out of it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with it, obviously. But I mean, I mean, just personally, just based off the fact that I got to spend more time with Joe talking, just strictly basketball, not even Hawks basketball, or just like or just like NBA basketball in general. Like, well, going through our mock drafts because it was so different between the three of us. Getting a mock trade somewhat correct, and then obviously getting the guy I wanted like throughout the entire mock draft process. That's my list. So
It was a thing of beauty watching all that unfold, man. It was just a masterclass decision by our front office.
Oh yeah.
yeah, man, hats off to Auntie Sala. I mean, just
Dude,
great.
tremendous start to his tenure as our general manager.
Everything has like immediately pivoted to a more positive direction the moment he stepped into the front office. Like he had a vision going into that role, and he's just played it out exactly how he wanted it and exactly how these Hawks fans want it. So I have nothing but trust for the guy. So I think first and foremost, that's been the most reassuring thing that the Hawks have done. Because I mean, and just all the offseason signs that he's made post a bit in the short amount of time that he's been in front office. Like he knows exactly the direction he wants the team to go. And he gave Trae Young the liberty of asking what he wants and how he wants it. And he got it done. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. He surrounded Trae Young with the key pieces that he's been thirsty for. And it should have always been that simple. It should have always been that simple.
And
But some people just overcomplicate it. Some people are too stubborn in their ways, but he's not.
Andrew,
He's not.
I'm glad you said that. You know what? I think that's something, that needs to be brought to the attention of Patrick Beverly, because we discussed on our last episode part of his rant that he went on about Trae Young, which he talked about that Trae Young is like a disease in a way. Like if you go play for Trae Young or if you go coach Trae Young, you're either getting fired or you're getting moved in another direction. They're saying that Trae Young is not a guy you want to play for nor coach for. And he went on to say that some of his former teammates and just current NBA players stated that they're scared to go play for Atlanta because of what happens when you play for Trae Young. Well, number one, not only did you not state your sources after Trae Young said, state your sources. Like if Trae literally said that if some of my teammates truly said that, because Trae mentioned that he's still really close to pretty much all of his teammates. So Trae Young said, if any of my teammates truly said that, state your source. And then in Patrick Beverly's response to that, not once in that video did he ever state his source, meaning it was just a bunch of bullcrap, whatever he was talking about. So that's one point. Number two, look, if Trae Young was really like a disease to a franchise, like you say, then then tell me why this new GM comes in place. The first thing he does is not run away from Trae Young or try to take control of Trae Young. He listens to Trae Young. He talks to Trae Young. Asks Trae Young, what does he want for the franchise? What can he surround Trae Young with to help the Hawks succeed? And in the matter of weeks, he took the Hawks as another playing team to a team that can not only make a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, but is a legitimate contender to win the Eastern Conference and make the NBA Finals in a matter of weeks. And he did that by listening to Trae Young and listening to his requests. So my question to you, Patrick Beverly, is if Trae Young is such a disease to a franchise like you say he is, then why would our GM listen to Trae Young? And how would listening to Trae Young put the Hawks in the most contention setting they've been in a long time? That's my question to you, Patrick Beverly. I want you, and your next rant that you clearly don't care about because it's not that big of a deal, yet you're the only one who wants to rant about it. So the next time you just want to rant, I want you to explain that in your next video. We're just not going to get over the fact that, like, I know we talked about this last episode. It just so bugs me that in his most recent video, he ended by saying that if the Hawks turn out to have a good season and Trae Young balls out this year, then he's going to take it upon himself to give him the credit and congratulate himself for motivating Trae Young and giving him the motivation he needed to have a good season. But Trae Young was going to have a good season, and the Hawks are going to have a good season regardless of what you said. I promise you had nothing to do with this.
All I know is that, like, it's like if we get a ring next finals, Pat Bev's not getting one.
No,
Pat Bev. No, Pat Bev's not.
The only thing he's gonna be doing is, you know what? I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna stop myself from saying it for the sake of the video. But yeah, Patrick Beverly.
I think I know exactly where your head was going.
Yeah, I think you did.
It's the twin telepathy that's working for them.
My conscience tells me that you two probably won't appreciate me saying that. So I'm just going to say, Patrick Beverly, while you're in Israel playing basketball with a bunch of, I don't know, I don't know any other.
Let's say mediocre players.
I don't know of any other. You know what? I'm going to look it up right now. What other NBA players are playing in Israel?
State your sources, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do what he should have done. I'm going to state my sources. NBA, first of all, Israel basketball.
Well, while you look that up, Chase, I'm just going to throw this out there. Obviously, something we kind of touched on at the end of last episode. I guess, you know what, I'll throw this out there first before while you're looking this up, Chase, just because it's a quick little point. Just for those who aren't aware of the situation yet, former veteran Hawks center Al Horford, who was just previously on the Boston Celtics, is expected to sign. Of course, we knew he was being shopped around a free agency. We've already known that the Golden State Warriors were throwing offers his way, though we don't know the exact details of the offer that's being constructed right now. He is expected to sign a multi-year deal with the Golden State Warriors. Don't know how long that is. Again, the reports of that deal being finalized was released, but of course, because it hasn't been finalized yet and is still being structured, we don't know the specificities of that contract just yet. So it's probably going to have to be something we touch on next episode, but just throwing that out there, our boy Al Horford's going to be balling out in the Bay Area.
I think they're waiting on what they're going to do with Kuminga because it's like, as far as I know, Kuminga doesn't want to play in the Golden State anymore. I think he wants out. So I think they're trying to find a way to get Kuminga off.
Dude, I don't blame him, dude. The Golden State Warriors do not use Kuminga the way they should. That guy could be easily be the starting center with way more minutes than what he's getting at Golden State right now. He could do that for at least half of the NBA teams right now.
Let's go! Let's go!
Dude, that was a phenomenal. Dude,
I'm so sorry, Chase. I'm sorry if I scared you there. I apologize.
No, you're good. I forgot you had the game on, so I was like, God, what? I thought I was like scared. Like, what did Shams just tweet?
No, Dobbs just scored a touchdown, so the Packers are about to be up by 4 with 1:45 remaining, and the Cowboys only have one timeout. Jerry Jones might throw himself off the suite, the front row.
You need to put Jerry Jones in a home.
Please.
Sorry, is that what I have to say?
Please take down Terry.
Tylenol, baby, dude. Like, there's something's not right about that guy.
He gave us the best D end in the league for literally an aging defensive tackle and 2 first-round picks.
And that's all not going to be high.
Practically
because
for a bag of Chips Ahoy. That's pretty
and then
much
lied
what they
about
got
his
back from Michael Parsons.
He tried to lie about his contract that he offered him so Cowboys fans wouldn't be mad about him, knowing good and well that never happened.
Michael Parsons literally called him out for it. Like, he called him
Yeah.
out on that.
He literally said that just so Cowboys fans won't be mad at him. That's the kind of ownership they have. But looking it up, there's actually a lot of NBA players that came through the Israel Basketball League after they retired from the NBA, of course. The most notable was, of course, Patrick Beverly, who's still currently playing in the Israel Basketball League. But then Amari Stoudemire, Nate Robinson, Joe Ingles, PJ Tucker, who's also currently playing in the Israel Basketball League, Dragon Bender, and Omri. Is it Omri Caspi? Amari Caspi? Omri, how do you pronounce it?
Dude,
wait, you said Dragon Bender, the guy from the 2014 draft?
yeah.
Dragon
Oh my
Bender.
God.
Dragon Bender is. I don't know. I don't think he's one of
How
the.
old is he?
I don't think he's one of the current ones. I think he just. Oh, hang on. Actually, he might still be playing.
Hold up. Go back to Omar Caspi for a minute. Who real ones remember Omar Caspri's insane heat check battle with Steph Curry several years ago when he played for
When he was on the Kings?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That is one of the best back and forth heat checks you will ever lay your eyes on. And I absolutely love the broadcast call from the Sacramento broadcast because he always throws a phrase out there: if you don't like this, you don't like NBA basketball. And that was a perfect time to throw that phrase around because that was a thing of beauty. So he will forever be he'll hold a special place in my heart because that's one of my favorite basketball clips of all time. So,
Yo.
shout out to you, Mark Caspi.
Amari Stoudemire was a dog in the Israel Basketball League. He joined in 2016, only played 4 years, but won 2 championships on 2 different teams, and then won the MVP during the championship game back in 2020.
You know, I'm finding a common theme between all these players that are playing in Israel right now. They are all very aggressive in their own unique ways. Like Stoudemire, we all know what kind of aggression he brought to the court. Who was the other guy you said?
Y'all, hold up. This has to be studied.
What's going on?
This might be the greatest franchise in all sports.
What?
1, 2, 3. Hey, I
Please
have to do
elaborate.
some math here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Chase is finding some Bill and I type groundbreaking news over here.
This is I found the most dominant franchise in all sports.
Okay. More dominant than the Michael Jordan era Bulls, you would say?
Yo, I'm geeking over here.
Chase, are you good over there?
No. Okay. So this league has been going on since 1953. That's when the Israel Basketball League began. There is a team called Maccabi Tel Aviv. Guess how many championships they have?
How many?
Give me 39.
Higher.
45.
Higher.
52.
Higher.
60.
56. They won every single year from they were the champions in 1970, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 87, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. So from
they went 23 years without losing a championship.
From 1970 to 1993, they were the champions of the Israel Basketball League.
They just casually dominated 2 decades of basketball.
They won 23 straight championships.
Cowboys just scored.
Well, already?
In 3 plays. They went 54 yards in 3 plays.
Yeah.
Oh, it was George Pickens, man.
43 seconds left, so I still have faith.
Dude, I'll tell you what. George Pickens has been one of the best offseason pickups in the NFL. Like, he has done wonders for this Cowboys team.
Yeah, whoa,
I'm
whoa,
still,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I'm
whoa.
still, I'm still
Look
home.
look how look how fired up Dak Prescott is.
He and like he really just escaped two Micah Parsons sacks, so he could have got sacked by Micah Parsons twice. So
I had to get some.
anyways, like and more like sort of Hawks news. Trey Young was Trey Young has been the best guest picker or the most
Yeah,
accurate guest picker on College Game Day when he picked in Norman, Oklahoma. What 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
That was the week 2 game day, so 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago
because
when
yeah,
College Game Day was in,
Michigan, Oklahoma.
yeah, Norman, Oklahoma. I didn't watch it through its entirety because I think I was busy that day or something. But I don't know what teams he picked, but like obviously he picked Oklahoma, and we all know what happened there. But
Dude, let me tell you. You know why that's the case? Because Trey Young knows a ball.
And I also do want to point out of every guest picker that's been on game day so far this year, nobody went more in depth and gave more logical reasoning behind his picks than Trey Young. He's just an elite ball knower.
I mean, then again, like, I didn't watch that game big, so I don't know what all he said. But I mean, all I know is that as I saw a stat like last College Game Day, it was that the train was like the most like accurate guest picker out of the guests
Oh
I've
yeah.
had.
He leads the standings, right? They keep the standings of all the guest pickers of the year and what their record is. And so far, I mean, we're only 4 weeks in, but so far, or 5 weeks in, but so far, Trey Young holds the number one spot for the best record out of all the guest pickers that showed up on game day so far. So hopefully that holds, and he can be number one by the end of the season.
Well, boys, just something that I'd kind of like to pivot to because, we are finally less than 10 days away from NBA preseason basketball. The
Tomorrow
Hawks
is starting training camp, I believe.
Yep. Hawks first
we can go with the training camp roster.
Yeah. We can go over that here in a minute. But, the Hawks first preseason game, obviously, against the Houston Rockets taking place on October 6th. And, preseason, it's really less about wins and more so just establishing your identity, seeing growth in the new pieces you've moved around the offseason, and just testing your overall depth. So, of course, I think one of the biggest things that the Hawks are going to try to keep their focus on throughout the preseason is just their getting more clarity on the rotation that the Hawks have with this new lineup. I mean, you've got new signings. You've got to mix them in with these youthful pieces that you still have. And the Hawks, I think we just need to figure out minute accolations, I think for sure is going to be established throughout the preseason. Which players are going to get the most usage off your bench, and two-way roles because we signed a lot of College Park players to kind of fill in those last few roster spots. So you got to get those two-way roles figured out as well. So I think and obviously something that the Hawks have already addressed, leading up to media day, which is going to be in a few days, is Quinn Snyder especially is really going to focus on during the preseason, how the Hawks are on their offensive spacing and their just overall ball movement. Because, when you bring in new guys and you've got to kind of figure out what kind of roles they're going to play with the guys who's already been incorporated into Quinn Snyder's system, the ball movement is sometimes going to be thrown off a little bit. And you just got to find more ways to bring more rhythm to it, bring more fluidity to it, because they're also learning a new playbook under Quinn Snyder, but they're also bringing their own qualities, their own strong points to it. So you've got to kind of wipe the board clean and then drop some new plays and kind of figure out what works with what players. And the Hawks, if we want to be very fluid when it comes to cutting, spacing, especially with the overloaded backcourt that we have, we've just got to figure out what we can do between small ball players and big ball players like Kristaps Porzingis, because Trey Young plays very well with guys like Kristaps Porzingis when they're able to space out and roll off screens, kind of like what we saw with John Collins a couple years ago, and what we've been seeing with Clay Capella and Onyeka Okongwu. And I'm pretty excited for it. I think Quinn Snyder with his little pre-media day comment seems very confident that the Hawks are going to get everything figured out during the preseason. So that way, come regular season time, we're just going to see the Hawks rip off right out the gate to a very hot start, which is exactly what we need if we want to establish full control of the Eastern Conference right out the gate. So I'm pretty excited to see all that. But yeah, preseason less than 10 days away.
So going back to the media day, I saw this clip on social media a few days ago. I'm sure y'all might have seen it too, but this thing about it was like, I mean, it might have been like last year's, or and it might have been last year's media day, but there was a clip of like Trae Young doing like his like photo shoot with like fire, and he got scared of it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That was a few years ago. I think that clip was resurfacing. I think that actually happened last year. I remember seeing that clip last year.
The clip, I know what you're talking. The clip that Jordan's talking about, that was this year. That was like this past media day. That was just recently.
Okay.
Yeah,
I might be mistaken.
Yeah, that trip, clip with Trae. Yeah, that was this year.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's last year.
If you're talking about the one the Hawks posted on Instagram, it was this year.
Because media day's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Media day's tomorrow.
Yeah, that media day they haven't had their photo shoots and all that yet. I'm pretty sure that was just a resurface. I think that was just a resurface clip.
Oh, you might be right.
Because I do remember seeing that last year when it actually did happen last year. That was all over the Hawks social media page.
Maybe yeah.
Because everybody does their photo shoots near media day, which that hasn't started yet. That starts tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks for explaining that to me, Andrew. Yeah, I guess so.
Shoot, I might be staying up extra late tonight. Crap.
Oh, might be an overtime game.
No, there's 8 seconds left right now, and
we're taking. So I think we're.
Cowboys are down by 3, but they're not field goal.
No, they're up by 3. They're up.
Yeah, that's right. Cowboys are up by 3.
They're at Dallas's 39, though, right?
No, they're about midfield right now. Oh no, they are at Dallas's 39. I'm sorry.
This is a manageable kick, but we got our field goal blocked earlier.
Yeah,
that to end that blocked field goal return to end the first half was crazy.
I feel it was a blocked extra point.
Yeah, blocked extra point.
But,
yeah, it was crazy. All right, 4 seconds left. It's 3rd and 6. Packers have one timeout.
You're ahead of me. You're ahead of me.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have the game pulled up. I have like the little like live cast. It's like giving me like play-by-play updates.
Then if you're ahead of me, Chase, please do not say anything, please.
I'm not gonna say a darn thing. I'm keeping my lips sealed, Joyner.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
But
Dallas is no timeouts, so they can't even ice him.
Nope. Yeah, no timeouts. How many timeouts does Green Bay have?
1.
Just 1?
Yeah. 53-yarder.
53-yarder for the tie?
Yeah.
Oh, let me know if you make it.
Got it.
Dang, we got overtime ball in Dallas?
Dude. What are the odds that it lasts 15 more minutes?
Dude, overtime ball in Dallas.
So
if the game ends in a win for a Packers win, when it hits midnight, I'm gonna do something insane.
Dude, this is already Dallas's 2nd overtime game this year. Of course, we know they win overtime against the Giants on week 2, and that was an absolute thriller.
Dang, he really just nailed a 53-yarder like that. What a game.
Yeah, what a game for real. Joe Milton's out there. Interesting.
Oh, Joe Milton?
Yeah, he's out there with Brandon McManus for the overtime stuff. Um,
Oh, huh.
yeah.
That's weird.
Sorry, guys. We're kind of walked into this Sunday night football game. So
That's the price you pay, man. That's the price you pay.
yeah.
Um,
Um,
do y'all have any additional thoughts on maybe some things y'all guys are excited to see during the preseason?
I'm just ready
Uh,
for basketball.
I guess we can go over the roster now, kind of give a good overview of the full
Oh yeah,
roster.
yeah.
Go ahead and get that out of the way. Which of course, last episode or
Because I don't think we're signing. I don't think we're signing anyone big like a Russell Westbrook, like I talked about a few weeks ago. So
yeah, it looks like from here the full roster now consists of, in no particular order, Trey Young, Keaton Wallace, Jacob Toppin, Zachary Richardson, Kristaps Porzingis, Oneke Kongwu, Asa Newell, Eli John Nadai. I
yeah,
hope I pronounced that right. Vit Krivich, Luke Kennard, Jalen Johnson, Caleb Hudson, Muhammad Gay, Nikola Jurich, Nafala Dante, Dyson Daniels, Charles Basie, and Nikhil Alexander Walker. That is the fullness of the Atlanta Hawks roster as of right now. Of course, I guess that could be subject to change.
Hey,
Obviously, it will throughout the season.
and then you had that
So
one thing that Joyner sent in the group chat about how I think it was a Knicks fan kind of took a screenshot of the Hawks complete training day roster, and then I think he made the comment like, and they
oh yeah,
say this, or
yeah.
they're saying this team is better than the Knicks, and and I'm just like, listen, buddy, look, I get it, you're the ways of your old coach has vanished. There's going to be new rotation between the Knicks bench players with the new head coach at the helm. I promise you this. I promise you this. It is going to be a different side of New York basketball. And I don't know if it's going to be better or for worse. I think it's probably going to be for your benefit, but do not ever, I don't care how different things seem to look, do not ever forget who your daddy is. And
Yeah.
and
oh
your
look,
daddy has a goatee. Your
oh
daddy
no doubt,
is 8 years old in the NBA, and his name
no
is
doubt.
Trey Young,
Look,
buddy.
I love the new head coach. You got Bruce Brown's a great head coach. I think he did great work in Sacramento. But without a doubt, this is not up for debate. There is no argument here. The Atlanta Hawks bench is way better than New York Knicks bench.
Hmm.
Way better. We have a much deeper roster than they do, and I will go to the depths for that.
Yeah, we,
So
we
you
we
so
have.
you use that rotation however you want. Bruce Brown, he knows how to rotate his players. He knows how to split minutes pretty evenly or at a more manageable and beneficial way than Tom Thibodeau did. So 100% that issue's out the window. But now you have to fix the issue that you're not as deep as you think you are. And I want to see how the Knicks balance that because they are definitely not as deep as the Hawks are. And I know that is a fact. That is not up for debate.
Chase, can you see just yourself on the screen?
Yes,
I can.
I can
Whoa,
see.
I just discovered a new thing on here that I didn't know you could do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was what
I
I
took
thought you
that
I
I
thought you
took that
just dipped on me like that.
I took that opportunity to play around and to see if it actually worked, and it
Oh,
did. So now we've got that.
I don't
I
know if
guess
we talked about speaking about the Knicks. I don't know if we talked about this, but Garrison Matthews is a Nick.
he is. We haven't talked about that yet, but Gary Bird is on the New York Knicks now.
Which
And
You can't call him that now. Can't call him that now.
Yeah, I guess, and the only thing I'll say about that is he's not going to be a guy that's going to get you double figures every night. He's going to have his occasional double digit games. He plays solely on momentum and just hot and fast paced ball. I mean, he's a catch and shoot kind of guy. He's great off ball. I mean, he's got great speed. He can bounce around screens. He's a very reliable guy when you need him to be. When you need a catch and shoot three, just a little quick drive in and dish out, he's got your back. But the Hawks, I think it's not crazy to say at all that the Hawks have arguably the deepest bench in the entire NBA. So I mean, we have those shooters, and we have Luke Kennard. I mean that's Garrison Matthews on steroids. Like, you know what I mean? That's a guy that's gonna get you double figures every night. So to me, it's we love Garrison Matthews. I love Gary Bird for what he did. thank you for your years of service, but we got an upgrade. So I can't feel at a loss. I wish him the best, just not when he's playing us. And
it just sucks that he's in New York, though. Honestly,
yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to see a former Hawk find themselves there. That's a bad place.
I found out the news about it because we have a buddy of ours that we go to church with. That's a big New York Knicks fan. And I saw on Instagram, he tagged me in a comment. And I was confused. I was like, why did he tag me in this comment? And it was a comment about Shams posting on Instagram about Garrison Matthews going to the Knicks. And he put in the comments that the Knicks have Gary Bird now. And I was like, first of all, only we can call him Gary Bird. That was our nickname we came up for him. And I was like, number two, you're not. I mean, he'll give y'all exactly what the Hawks gave us, like you said, Andrew. He'll get his occasional 12, 14 points off the bench. He usually only plays about 12, 14 minutes off the bench regardless. That's how he was in Atlanta. The Knicks might be a little bit of a different situation. Excuse me. But yeah, great catch and shooter, great contested shooter. Well, he has good size to him, good length. So he can shoot over a lot of defenders. So that's a very beneficial part of his game. But that's the best part of his game too. So that's the main thing that that Knicks fans will get out of that. But I guess in other news, it hasn't been released to full detail. Dude, George Pickens is going crazy, man. I'm sorry, I just had to point that out.
I'm very well aware.
But
yeah, you can read it on George's face, and he'll tell you exactly how he feels about George Pickens.
I don't have the game pulled up; it's just a play-by-play. But every time like a new play pops up, it's always George Pickens doing something.
He's got 134 yards and 2 touchdowns.
RDBs are awful. We really need to get one in the draft. We really need to get one in the draft.
Oh,
you almost had him. Mike almost had him. I think that was Micah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I guess in other news, I guess I would kind of go ahead and throw this out. Not the no full detail has been fully released on this contract, but the other day Al Horford did sign a multi-year contract with the Golden State Warriors. But we tried to do some research before the episode, and we couldn't find anywhere that explained like the full logistics of the contract. So I don't think that's really either planned out yet or just not released to the public. But we do know it is a multi-year deal, which is interesting to me. I didn't expect that it would be a multi-year deal for Al Horford, especially at his age. Which, I mean, for his age, Al Horford is one of the most consistently healthy players in the league. So, I mean, you're gonna get him to play about every game.
Corner, I'm sorry, man.
I hate I'm missing this. Oh, they're at the 5-yard line.
Oh, you don't know the catch that Tolbert just made though.
34-yard.
Van Ness almost had him, and Mike almost had him too.
34-yard catch.
Filthy toe tap.
They're at the 5-yard line. Oh, Joyner. See, this is a benefit of like a Sunday night football game going on during the podcast. All y'all get to see our live reactions to this.
Absolutely.
Dang, man. That's wild.
Why is he off the field? Why is he off the field? Put him on the field, please.
Well, anyone else have any comments they'd like to?
No, I think I'm good for. I think I'm honestly. I'm out of Hawks contact to talk about, honestly.
Yeah,
I know we're all locked into this game right now.
Yeah, one of those. I mean, like again, we're less than 10 days away from Hawks preseason. Next episode, we'll have media day to talk about. So,
Yeah.
Good things always come out during media day. So, yeah. Next episode we'll definitely have a lot more to dive into. But yeah, this is just where we're at in this episode.
Okay, good hit. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 47 of Talkin ATL Hawks. For Andrew, Chase, and myself.